Hey guys, Meow, it's Kat here, and welcome. So firstly, I want to say thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. I'm all glad you're here enjoying the stories as much as I am. Secondly, on the video Lonesome Hitoshi Shinso story, I would love for you all to go over there and comment which character you would like to see for the 1,000 subscriber special, which is going to be a spicy version. And as well leave a question, as I will be doing a Q&A, and that will be either in that video or have a separate video of itself. And now for the story, we are reading a Shirakumo Oboro story, and this is by Mirioswife on Wattpad, and a link will be down in the description below. Secondly, it did not have a title to it, like a name, so I'm calling it Love Letters, and this is part 1 of 2. So if you would like to see part 2 of this, let me know down below. And if you've never heard of this character, he is from the Vigilantes series. So if you have not read the manga, I would suggest that you do. And there is a warning that both parts have spoilers in them that kind of connects to the main story of My Hero Academia. So just a warning, just so everybody knows. So prepare yourself if you're going to listen to this anyways. And I all hope you enjoy. The time ticked by fast, and you were getting more and more worried about your boyfriend Oboro. Him coming in late wasn't the problem. The problem was the fact that it was raining outside. Minute by minute, you sat there waiting, but he never came until... Hello, everyone! Everyone turned their heads to where the noise was heard. There stood your boyfriend, completely wet, standing on a cloud. Damn it, Shirokuro! Is that any way to come into the classroom? Your homeroom teacher said, a bit annoyed. Yes, sir, straight through the 3rd floor window. My cloud quirk is pretty handy for getting around. I don't give a damn about that. Just use the door like everyone else. Sir, yes, sir, Oboro said as he averted his eyes to everyone in the classroom. Now, does anybody have a towel I could use? He looked around, but received no answer. This is where he got a smart idea to change it to his PE clothes. In front of the entire class. Yep, he started to dress right in front of everyone. When the time came where the only thing that was covering him was his underwear, he made a little cloud and put it around his no-no square. Now the only person who's allowed to see this is Listener, he said, pointing towards his junk. You blushed 100 shades of red before slamming your face into the desk with a loud thud. To make things even worse, he proceeded to say, inside this cloud is a charming little creature. Ta-da! He pulled out a cat and showed it to everyone. Your teacher face-palmed before telling him to take a seat. It was now lunchtime, and you, Oboro, Yamada, Namuri, and Aizawa were headed to the cafeteria. Yo, Listener, I bet you liked what you saw in class earlier, your boyfriend said, as he smirked and threw an arm over the back of your neck as buddies do. This man, you thought. As you took a seat at the nearest table, Namuri had a puzzled look on her face. Hey, Shirakumo, where's your lunch? Now that you thought about it, when he left the classroom, he wasn't holding anything. Oh yeah, about that. I woke up late this morning and decided I was too lazy to make breakfast or lunch, he said sheepishly. Well, how about you ask your beloved Listener to share her lunch with you? And while she's at it, you can ask her to feed you too, Yamada added, smirking. That's a great idea, guys. Thanks for the advice, Oboro said before facing you. So what do you say, Listener? You couldn't say no to the cute boy, so you nodded before sighing. Time passed by fast. You and Oboro had already finished lunch. At the moment, you and Namori had engaged in conversation, same with Oboro and Yamada, while Aizawa was just sleeping peacefully. The conversation between you and Namori was going nowhere. You went from talking about schoolwork, then to that cool anime that involved eating souls that included some cemetery-loving guy. What the girls didn't know, however, was that Shirakumo and Yamada were talking about giving you a surprise. It was the end of the day, and you and your little group of friends were now changing your shoes to go home. Everything was fine until you opened your locker. Hey, what's that, listener? Nomori said as she observed the strange pink letter in your hand. You shrugged before opening it. Seconds turned into minutes, minutes to hours, from hours to days, then to weeks. You make time fly when you are around. I keep wishing to let you know what a wonder you have been to my world, but you know that words aren't my friend. You have been the best for me at all times and in all things. You are an angel who was more than a friend and a lover. You have made my dreams come true when you gave me your tantalizing love that can't be found on earth. You deserve the best of me, and I am promising to love you today, tomorrow, and the day after it. I will love you forever because you have been my happiness. You read out loud. Ooh, listener, you have a secret admirer. Yeah, too bad though. You're already taken by the one and only, Oboro said, putting an arm around your shoulder. It had been 4 years since you had graduated UA, and you were still in contact with Nomori, Aizawa, and Yamada. You were also still receiving more love letters from Mr. Incognito, but chose to ignore them. You still kept them though, just in case you actually found out who it is. But today you chose to ignore them, because today was a special day. Today was your 5-year anniversary with Oboro, and you wanted to make the most of it. Sadly, when you visited his house, he wasn't there. When you asked his friends where he was, they told you that they didn't know. It was now noon, and still no sign of Oboro. You were now suspecting he would never come. You were beginning to lose hope until you saw a letter fly past you, floating in the wind. When it fell, you decided to pick it up and read it. For a listener, please meet me by the cherry tree park. From your secret admirer. You were a bit skeptical at first, but told yourself that it would be fine. When you arrived, you spotted the light blue-haired boy with a bouquet of flowers. Oboro, where have you been all day? You cocked your head to the side. I was preparing a surprise for you. Do you remember that day you first received that love letter in our second year of UA? I was the one who gave it to you. My plan was to keep giving them to you until the time was right, and I was going to be able to ask you this question, he said as he got down on one knee. Will you marry me? He asked, smiling. Of course I will. I love you. You smiled as he put the ring on your finger. Listener, there's something I wanted to tell you. You smiled and nodded, wiping some of your tears away. I love us. We're the cutest. I know that sounds braggy, but I mean it when I say that. I think we make the perfect couple. We understand each other, we listen to each other, we inspire each other to become stronger with each passing day. Happy anniversary. I cannot wait to spend another year alongside you, because there's no place I'd rather be. You're stuck with me. You better remember that. When the time came where the only thing that was covering him was his underwear, he made a little cloud and put it around his no-no square. I don't know how I read that with such a straight face, although I couldn't say the next part. Oh my god. Well, I all hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for my future uploads. And if you have any character you would like me to read about, leave it down below in the comments, and I will definitely look into it. And until next time, I will see you all later.